Set.
Actually, no, the long one was 2,000 meters.
Benefits of training in sand.
Switches up the surface type, which we do periodically throughout the year. In particular, at this time of year, I think sand is really good. It accommodates a lower impact. Adds some variability at times when that's appropriate. Later on in the year, we're going to get really specific and spend a lot of time on the track. And that's kind of dictated by the fact that we need to have higher performance, and we're going to perform on the track. So right now, when our objective is less performance-based and more fitness-based, and general fitness at that, being on the sand works really well. Hold on a second. It's much more forgiving, so you can strengthen the ankle, knee, hip in a way that is kind of a good lead-in for the super high impact type stuff. Working across a spectrum of different surface types, I think is really good for building elasticity, tendon strength. So we'll kind of switch it up so we're not always seeing the same thing. The other thing I like about sand and grass too, that you don't oftentimes get on nice, clean, perfect surfaces, is that it is imperfect. So there's some inherent variability in the sand. Every foot contact's a little bit different. You're not going to see the imperfections of the sand or even the grass on a track where every single contact looks exactly the same. Here, the foot has to adapt to the varying surfaces. The motor program slightly changed. It's similar enough to what we'd see on this stable, constant surface of a track or a flat, predictable turf, but it's different enough that we can introduce some variety. It's a Starbucks girl.
There's a Starbucks girl, like a real person.
Girl.
I know it's a girl, but yours
She
is.
is.
Yours is. Why a long warm up?
So I've got about 5 different scripted warm-up protocols, and they vary in time and in objective, and I use each one selectively based off of what the demands of the session will be and what I'm trying to get out of it. So this particular one is actually called long warm-up. It takes about 21 minutes or so we've done on the track. Today we did it on the sand. Probably took about 22 minutes. Continuous active dynamic warm-up, moving the whole time. Kind of a little hodgepodge mixture of some mobility work, some various locomotive type stuff, running, skipping, jogging, karaoke, that kind of thing. Some calisthenics in there. Nothing is kind of super repetitive. You're seeing a bunch of different foot patterns, bunch of different contacts and different exercises and movement patterns. But the goals there are to literally check all the biomotor boxes in the warm-up. So we were able to touch on things like mobility and maybe even a little bit of endurance in the warm-up. Again, 21 to 23 minutes of continuous movement, and get heart rate elevated for 21 to 23 minutes. That's an aerobic stimulus without ever getting into anything super high intensity, and because we're constantly switching the movement pattern and the movement type and what we're doing with the exercises, that you'll never get any localized fatigue. Like an iPhone 8.
I didn't bring a gym boss.
I'm the gym boss.
I know that's a bad
So
thing.
happy that was on camera.
Just gonna take a seat here in Mike's chair, in Mike's office. Couldn't be happier. Anyways, hey guys, hope you like today's content. If you're interested in joining the group, see the description. If you like the content we've been putting out and you want to keep up with it, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you maybe just want to see previous vlogs or whatever, go ahead and check out the playlist button to my right. Thanks guys.
Set.